Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how extended relationships change after breakups. Well, if you've been in a relationship with a woman with a period of time, and you were obviously very close to her, you more than likely developed some really close relationships with members of her family. So what do you do when the two of you break up? How do you handle the fact that you're friends with everybody in her family and they still look at you and treat you like family? I got an email here from a guy who's kind of in that awkward situation himself. He's not sure what to do with because he's friends with several of the family members of his ex on Facebook, and so it's confusing. So he says, almost 8 months ago, I was dumped by my ex-fiancée. Although we had our ups and downs, we had an excellent relationship. She did and proved her love and interest with actions that no other girl has done for me before. She never had a serious relationship, and neither did I. Even our parents were providing us with their support. Through our relationship, we faced couples problems with my sister-in-law. She didn't want me to be with my ex. There was a time when both sisters were arguing, and my sister-in-law told my ex that he's supposed to be with me and not you. And being the elder sister, my sister-in-law used to tell my ex that she was too young to be in a serious relationship and she needed to party and move on. Well, that's always nice when you got family members fucking around with your relationship. If I have family members interfere in my relationship, I always tell them in a nice way to fuck off and mind their own business. Friends, same thing. It's just I've had employees, people that used to work for me, that interfered in a relationship that I had with a girl that was an account executive that used to come in the office, and it really sucks when you got other people around you, and you know relationships are hard enough, especially like when you're trying to learn this stuff, and you got other people around you talking in your ear and talking in her ear and trying to sabotage the relationship. Some people just don't like to see other people happy, or they're jealous of your happiness, or they're envious of your happiness. He says, as you might know, after the breakup, I was there like a dog, pleading, being ignored, getting texts from her whenever she wanted. In other words, you were texting her, and she was taking her sweet time to respond, and you were probably hanging on every text. He says she was cold. She was being cold, giving me hopes that all of this stuff that I would fall for it, and then telling her everything and how much I was missing her, and then later being ignored. I got tired of it, backed off, and she came back. After not hearing from me on Valentine's Day, she sent a text the next day telling me she woke up crying because she dreamed I gave the engagement ring to another girl 10 months after the breakup. I ignored it. 2 months later, I gave it an ultimatum and called her asking if this is how she wanted to be. She said yes. Really angrily, she said to stop calling her, texting her. She told me to go and talk to my previous exes. She was throwing at my face because months earlier we had a discussion where my previous ex-girlfriend was the main subject. I never touched nor interacted with my previous ex because I loved... Oh, so you had ex-girlfriends fighting over you, it sounds like. That's nice. I loved and respected her, and during that time we spoke over it. However, my sister-in-law kept the wound fresh, and until this day, her blood starts boiling every time she remembers that event. I got better things to do than sitting on a chair waiting for her to grow up and change her mind. I have to work on myself to become a better man, which I'm doing. Although not as before, her mom's still caring, and she's contacted me to wish me good things. I still have some of my ex's relatives added on Facebook. Should I delete them in order to make more efficient? Or should I just leave them? And I would say, why go ahead and ignore them? Some of them may end up unfriending you. I had a girl that I dated. I became really tight with her whole family. And it's like after the breakup, it's like, what do you do? It's an awkward situation because a lot of her family or brothers I hung out with socially. And so I would hear that she'd get pissed off that I was hanging out with her brothers because she was just a jackass and butthurt about that. And so as the years went by, I just gradually lost touch with her family. And what I did in that situation is if they called me and they wanted to hang out, great. I didn't really make any effort in the relationship anymore after that, just because this particular ex-girlfriend of mine could be very venomous and very vindictive. and it just created drama in my life. It was just like I didn't want to put up with it, and I eventually lost touch with her and her family members. But she's got a good attitude, and you've become friends with some of these people, and it's like, so why should you cut them off? Just because your ex-girlfriend's a jackass or the two of you aren't together doesn't mean you can't be friends with them. And so I wouldn't go and unfriend them. I mean, if you want to, you can, but my attitude is like live and let live. It's like, who cares? If they appreciated you and cared about you enough to reach out to you and keep in touch after the relationship ended, why not? I mean, life's too short to go through it creating enemies or hurting people's feelings or whatever. And who knows, maybe someday your girlfriend will apologize for being a jackass and saying some of the nasty things that she said. And so, but the main thing that you need to focus on is just like what you're doing, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, working out, eating healthier, becoming a better version of yourself. Focus on your goals, your dreams, the things that you really want to accomplish in life. And so you can do something that's emotionally compelling to you, something that you have a passion for, a burning desire in your heart, the kind of thing that when you think about it, it brings you to tears. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or is a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website and click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, and your challenges. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you need to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is going to be to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get the Amazon Kindle ebook version of my book, you can download it to your smartphone or any electronic device or computer in under 60 seconds. On my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is going to be the link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. I will talk to you soon.